Morning guys, Stagman here. Apologies for not sticking a video up before now. I know it's been a while, it's been a couple of weeks I think. Weather's been so bad, just haven't been able to get outside, and it's just any of you guys that are here in the UK, you know how bad it's been weather-wise with the rain and the floods and that, and I live near the Thames. Old Father Thames, and he's burst his banks here in several places. I'm lucky. I don't know if I've said in a previous video, we're actually on the side of a valley, so I'm a couple of 100 feet up, so I am the lucky one of the lucky ones. Right guys, another apology. I've noticed after watching some of my other videos, I tend to stand in front of the camera. I just don't know what goes on. I think it's just I'm not used to it. As you know, I'm still sort of in the sort of newness of it. One of the chaps, HS, mentioned about my little tiny stove, and I did say I'd do a little review on it for him. This is it. I don't know if you guys can see that. No, it's in focus. I suppose it would help if I put my glasses on. Let me just get my glasses. That's probably an easier thing to do. That's it. Anyway, guys, it's an AB13 by Tato Gear. That's it. Made in the States. Yep. So, comes in this little package. It's aluminium, and it's a lovely little unit. As you can see from the crustiness of the crustation there, I've used it a few times. It's not my go-to everyday burner. It is purely an emergency. If I have nothing else, the ground is wet, I can't get wood, I literally, where are we? Yeah, just as a cup of water. You know, out in the fields, you know, when I was in the army, basically, as long as we had a hot drink inside us, we were good to go. When you buy it, it comes in a kit. They supply this, obviously not with the liquid in it, plastic bottle with also another top there, which has, oh god, I'm out of focus, I'm out of camera. Right, it comes with the bottle, but it also comes with a little length of pipe and a lid. So what we do is put it on tin foil to save the wife's worktop. The last thing I want to do is have an excuse for a new kitchen. Just gonna, what can I stand it on? Ding ding ding. Let me think. Having one of them days today, guys. Sorry. Right, the other end of it, on the side of the stove, you'll see little tiny. Let me see the pipe coming out of it. There you go. The pipe coming out of it. So the other end of this pipe goes on there, like so. And guys, don't do this indoors. Flames indoors are not a good thing. Says me doing it indoors. Right, so getting back to it, we squirt. You can actually see it. I don't think you guys can see it. You can actually see it going through the pipe. I can smell it already. Right guys, what I use for this little one is a mixture of methylated spirits and surgical spirit. Just something I was reading about flammability, and I can't even remember where I was reading it, and they was talking about meths and the likes of surgical spirit or rubbing alcohol or whatever you want to call it. And to me, you know, obviously the cost of surgical spirit it's quite high, and I don't know whether it's me, but methylated spirits just seems to have gone up in price unbelievably. So let's put that out. A cup of water. We'll give it a burn time. Well, not quite a cup, probably 2/3 of a cup. But I won't go in front of the camera. Let's give it a go. I'm not sure if you guys can actually see that. Try moving you in a bit closer. Yeah, you can just about see that now. So that's it. That is basically dishwasher's in the way. That's what it is. And unlike other stoves, you really have to keep an eye on this one, because what you tend to find is the alcohol or the liquid tends to burn out, and you have to keep giving this little bottle a squeeze every now and again. What I've actually done in the past is, I can hear it crackling, is I've actually put it on that pot just to try and give it some height. I'll move the actual fact that's only just on there. I've generally got a slightly bigger cup, my kidney cup, but I can't find, well, I can't find it. I know where it is. It's in my go bag, but I'm not going to go disturbing my go bag. And we'll just give it a little squeeze. Comes the air back. There we go. Yeah, it's not the fastest of things, but it's one that stays inside my billy tin. I have had to use it in the past. I'll tell you what I tend to do. I tend to dig a small hole in the ground, put it in to give it a bit of shielding, stand the billy tin on it, and it takes, say, quite a lot of alcohol to heat the water in the billy tin, but I only ever do enough to put in some noodles. But what I have tended to do is use, there she goes, that's it, the air has come out. I've got to be careful because I've got, as you can go, got to be careful because I have got string around my handle to stop me burning my hands when the bloody tin gets hot. I suppose really what I should have done is used a, yeah, there she goes, she's going to bloody well catch that string of light in it. Gives you an idea. To be fair guys, it's not far off of boiling. As I say, it's not the fastest of things for that sort of amount of water. I'll tell you what, if I actually do this, can you see the steam coming out of the cup? So it's me throwing it everywhere. So let me just tip that in there. Let me just take this bloody string off. Should have done that to start with. It's just a habit from Boy Scout days. Basically having some string so that you don't burn your hands on the So obviously, if I was outside in the wild, it wouldn't faze me just to let it burn. But because I'm here in the house, I don't want the smell in the house. There we go. Let's get rid of that. You know, we all know what it's like at home with wives and that. Just don't want to upset the apple cart. And as I say, guys, I've got a bloody good life, so, and a good wife. So there we go. Right. Okay. Let's try not putting burning plastic on my fingers. Right. Let's tip that water back in there. Sorry about this, guys. A bit better. As I say, it's not a big enough cup. Just have to feed it. Getting back to what I was saying. In the past, I've actually used the meths that's in that bottle to just spray all over the fire. Just to help it along, you know, when I've got wet wood. So as I say, I don't always use this. If I can get away with trying to get a wood fire going, if you've done wood fires before, guys, you'll know that as long as you can get some hot coals, it don't tend to take too long to dry some of the bigger stuff out, the bigger logs. But, if I hadn't disturbed that and put it back in a cold cup, cold glass, it would have. God, some of my videos are long, guys. Do apologise. All I keep doing is apologising. Squeeze a bit more meths in there. As I say, yeah. So it's that's a mixture of meths. Probably half a bottle of meths, half a bottle of rubbing alcohol, or surgical spirit, whichever you. If you're in the US, I do believe it's called rubbing alcohol. If you're in the UK, it's called surgical spirit. I can't remember where I read about. To say about the percentage of alcohol that burns, but as I was just saying to you guys, that, you know, I can't believe the price of methylated spirits has gone up, and everything alcohol based seems to have just shot up. I just can't understand why. You know, it's actually probably cheaper for me to go out and buy a 100% bottle of vodka and burn that. But, I don't know if you guys can see the steam starting to come off that. Little squeeze again. As I say, guys, you get to see the drift of I can't actually see it. It is actually steaming, guys. Let's try moving you into the view I have. Well, I can't see it on the camera screen, so I'm assuming you guys can't until I put it into on the PC and just run a little bit more. See the steam? No, maybe not. as I say, guys, it's an emergency stove. If you have no other means, then it's something. It's because it's aluminium. You cannot, you know, to be fair, the plastic holder weighs just as much as that. As I say, made in the US. AB13 from a company called Tato Gear, www.tatogear.com. I'm not sure if you guys can see that steam coming off of there or not. Maybe it's the angle. Let's try that way. Yeah, you can just about see it. I can just see it on the screen now. You can't actually see in there. Let's get my torch. But it is actually a rolling boil. So about 10 minutes for that. It would have been a lot quicker if I hadn't mucked about. But that's basically warm enough to cook, hot enough to cook in. Let's put it in the rest of my crud. Yeah, there you go. You can just put that on the side. Quick flick round and a mess of the kitchen. I do know the kitchen's in a mess. Wife's not here at the moment, so I've been having a... Right, and to just literally to stop it, all I tend to do is just squeeze, but I've got the bottle upright so it's pushing air out, and then you should find, you can see, you can actually alter the height. All I'm doing is pumping air through that. What I'll do now is I'll actually just take the bottle off, rest that there, and put the normal cap back on. Right guys, I didn't actually measure the amount of stuff in that to start with, but you know, that's about flat level. You can see how much we've used, next to nothing. Hot cup of water, hot drink. One of my subscribers, say HHS, I think it was, just mentioned about what a cool little stove, and you get to see it in operation. Now obviously it's just burning what's off in there. Generally I would have got the water up to, I wouldn't have got it into a rolling boil. I keep 5 litres of water, spring water, in the back of my car. This sometimes is in the back of my car with my billy tin, but I tend to just fall back to my Swedish Trangia or my Austrian Trangia. That's the one I tend to use all the time. It's the one, it's my go-to one. It's the one that's, touch wood, never let me down. Well guys, that's it. Just blow down the pipe, get our mouth full of surgical spirit. There we. So there we go guys. There you see, bloody idiot at work. Right guys, that is, there it is. Ouch, it is bloody hot. That surprised me because it don't generally get that hot to the bottom of the legs. I am having one of them days. So there we go. Tato Gear stove that is hot. Well, you can at least turn around and say I've given you a laugh this morning, because I'll tell you what, how many of you have just fell off the chair laughing? Yeah, I imagine. As I say, it comes with this. I would imagine, if you can get hold of these little nipples on the side of there, I would imagine it's relatively easy to make. Maybe I'll give it a go. I've got some. In actual fact, I've got a small round bar that's probably about an inch and a half across, of stainless steel. So I might have a go. You never know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you sticking with me on this, and remember, it gets hot. Take care. Have a safe one.